Since AI is at a stage where the technology is accessible for public use and can be utilized in the everyday life maybe chat gpt is a brilliant example of that. How AI is something that is available for the masses to utilize to make a positive change, at least in uh, idea, and better something may be a problem, a pain point, or a challenge. My question to you is, during research or studies, how can studies in the sense scientific studies, during researches or curating scientific studies, how can a researcher utilized AI to sort of smoothen the entire process?
Okay, so one basic thing is like the simple understanding stuff. Now, as a researcher, one could be like going towards how, okay, so there is this thing, instead of me googling and going and understanding and then summarizing the whole thing by myself. Well, I have ChatGPT. I could just, well, it can search over the internet. It can even summarize the whole thing for me. That's how it's gonna help me. And even finding out, doing a bit of a literature review on, like, not exactly a literature review, I would say. It's like understanding what different aspects are. That's where the AI is gonna help. It will just fasten the process of the research, rather than, I would say, contribute completely towards the research. Like, people are not now spending a lot of time over, okay, going to Google Scholar, reading. Yeah, you need to read the whole article to understand, but before understanding, it's like when you read a research article, like, this is what I follow, is I go through a multiple reading so that I can have a good understanding over the research article. But then if there is someone who could just give me a gist about what the whole article is all about, what the different sections are talking about, then I have an understanding, okay, this is what it is trying to tell me, and in a simple terms, or in a terms which I want to understand, or does any of the context which I want to relate is there in the part of that context. Like, oh, okay, I'm saving time over there. And then it is just reducing my efforts in actually reading the whole thing or getting into the research and whole point of view. So right now I just see this chat gpt is in that format of which helps the researcher in reducing the stress of complete reading, or it is reducing, it is actually mapping the real knowledge which you required, and not wasting your time in things which is may not be required for you. So yeah, that's how right now the researcher is helping. I myself have not that experience over, like, not have not seen other ways. Maybe there will existing people maybe using it in other ways, but this is something which I have seen. So yeah.
In sort of a continuation over this thought trail, what are the greatest challenges or roadblocks for the youth of today, or maybe the upcoming generations, to sort of be able to actually harness their entire potential, individual potential,
With the help of AI, right? Is that your meaning?
with the help of AI, or even in general? Like, what do you think in general are the current roadblocks for the youth? May it be the access of information or the choice paradox, where there are just thousands of choices to choose from, and that puts you in a paralysis sort of state. So, what do you think, in your opinion, are some issues in this regard?
I think, firstly, with regards to information, there is abundant information in this. We have internet. With regards to choices, yeah, there are a lot of choices. Then it's like people make choices based on what comforts them, or maybe what they have been listening to, rather than just reasoning out. I think that the first question that every youth should ask is like, why this is happening? Why should I be accessing this? Then it should be like, how is this going to be helpful to me? How can I process this? Rather than just following the black box. It's like, oh, this is what is going to give me the answer. No, you yourself need to reason out things that, okay, yeah, this may give me the answer, but then why is it giving me such kind of answer? Why is this answer which I really wanted? rather than just having a blind faith over everything. It's like running behind, oh, AI. So it's like, why should I be the basic thing is, I think it's like, if everyone just starts to reason out, why should I be doing this, it's a simple thing.